Today, we're going to chat a little bit about your life as an enologist.
My life.
How much time do we have?
5 minutes.
Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Welcome to another episode of On the Road with Stevie Kim. Today we continue with the interviews that took place at the Wine Cube in Rome. Stevie sits down with renowned winemaker and president of Assoenologi, Riccardo Cotarella, to hear his thoughts on his illustrious career, what he has planned for the future, and what should spring to mind when people hear his name.
Okay, today we are on the road, not too far away from Verona. It's Rome. It's one stop away. Actually, there's a fast train. It used to take forever to come down, but now I think it's only about 3 hours on the fast train from Verona directly to Rome. Here with me today, we are at this event called Wine Cube for Partesa. We had done this in Milan, and now it's the Rome edition, Roma, and we're in Eur. Come si dice? Eur, which is, as you know, the institutional part of town. And here with me, I have none other than one institutional person, if you will. He is fairly an iconic. I call him the, but he doesn't like it, so we won't call him that today. I might call him something else today. So I have, for audience who have never met this gentleman, his name is Riccardo Cotarella. Today, we're going to chat a little bit about your life as an enologist.
My life.
How much time do we have?
5 minutes. But first of all, I'd like to present me like a winemaker.
You are a winemaker. You
Yes.
make some wine, right? A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Around the world. At the moment, with my team, we follow more than 100 wines around the world.
How many?
100. More than 100.
More than
100.
Yeah, 100.
Yes.
But not just in Italy, right? All over the world. What are the other countries outside of Italy that you?
Japan.
Japan,
Russia.
Russia.
Romania,
yeah.
Israel,
Israel,
Palestine, Spain, French, United States.
Where are you making wine in America?
In the northwest, in the Washington State.
But so that seems like a lot of winemaking. That seems like a lot of winemaking activity, right? So you're clearly not by yourself, right? You have a team?
Yes, you know that my secondary job is teaching at the university.
Where do you teach exactly?
To Università della Tuscia.
Where is that? La Tuscia?
La Tuscia Viterbo. It's a province of the Lazio region. I have the opportunity to take with me the best of my students. Now I had 18 collaborators directly with me. At the same time, more than 50% of the ones that I follow are managed by my foreign students.
Oh, okay. So you actually recruit your students to become part of your team?
Yes.
Oh, that's very smart. How long have you been doing this?
75 years ago, when I was born.
When you were born?
Yeah.
Yes. So what was the first winery? What was the first wine you made?
The first wine that I made from another winery is Orvieto Classico, but by Baselli Winery, a very important winery that just in 1968, my first vintage, exported more than 1 million bottles in the United States. And this one was very important for me because I had so much experience. But in 1981, I decided to stop like a winemaker of the winery, becoming the consulting winemaker, because I want to go around the world for knowing the marketing, the market, the people, the different producers, different grapes, different territory, different climate.
Who was your first consulting winery?
My first consulting winery was the Morrubio winery. It's the Cope winery in my country, not my country,
Your town.
my town, little village. Because I was born there. The older producer, a friend of mine. Basically, we went to the school together. And is in my heart, this winery.
So you started with your friend's winery as a consultant.
Yes.
And then quickly you became a huge consultant. How did that happen? When did it happen? So you started consulting 1981. How long did it take you to become?
Well, in the first years, maybe the first 3 or 4 years, I spent to study the territory and the producer. Basically, I start to work like a real winemaker after 4 or 5 years with the winery that stay around the Morrubio winery. So day by day, year by year, knowing the new people, I enlarge my territory from west to east, from north to south, not just in my country, but in the world.
And then when did you become the international winemaker?
The first winery outside my country was in 1988, French.
Oh, okay.
Bordeaux.
And are you still consulting for that winery?
Yes.
Oh, so you have a very long history.
My problem, a very nice problem, that I get with the winery, with the property, with the manager, very nice relationship. Sooner or later, a very nice friendship, between me and the other people.
Listen, I want to just talk about one more thing. So, of course, you're a very important person also in Italy, and you always organize this huge tasting, right? Can you tell us a little bit about, give us a little bit of an anteprima as to what you'll be doing?
Every year in Italy, asking me to organize very special tasting. Not the famous wine, the story, okay? Last year, for example, we had another big tasting from father to son to daughters, old and new generation, with the pleasure of the old and the young generation. This year is maybe not the most important, but it's very important. Basically, the 10 states that create the story of the Italian wines.
And you're not consulting for these wineries?
No.
No.
Just for one, but with an exception.
Okay.
It's a challenge. I put in the middle of the big name, Antinori, Biondisanti, Valentini, Ceretto, Sassicaia, Piero Pan, one co-op.
One co-op.
One co-op, cooperativa.
Yeah, co-op.
Because
which co-op?
La Guardienza.
Ah, okay. We've been
South of Italy. Because in Italy we made mistake in consideration the coop winery. My conviction is that the importance of the winery doesn't depend the name or the fiscal situation, co-op or private, even from the people. There are so many familiar and private companies that suffer, like the very important family winery that are in very big success. The same thing in the coop winery. It depends from the people. Morrubio, for example, is a very big winery, a very important president. They are one of the most important one in the center of Italy, like La Guardienza. So I won't create a challenge. It's correct to say provocation.
Yeah, provocation.
Provocation. In the middle of the lions, one sheep.
Guardiense, La Guardiense is the sheep.
Yeah.
So one last question, right? You've been working since 1960? No.
68.
1968. What do you want? Well, it's two questions really. One, are you planning to retire soon? You know, like you say working is like your vacation, but are you thinking about maybe kind of, you know, you gave the wineries to your daughters now, it's called Sorelle, Cotarella, right? So like, are you thinking about maybe retiring? I know it's like kind of a taboo word. Number two, what do you want your legacy to be? They're related, these two questions. What do you want the people to think when they think of Riccardo Cotarella?
Very interesting questions.
Yes.
Well, the wine is my life. Until I have the life, I have the wine. I can think my life without producer, colleagues, wine, vineyards. It's my life. So I hope that I will stop when I stop my life.
So you will work till the very, very end.
Absolutely. It's my passion. What I dream that the people think about me when
Yes,
they,
your legacy. What will you leave behind? When they hear the words, two words, your name, Riccardo Cotarella, what do you want them to think about?
well, a lot of things. Well, maybe the first one is that they consider that in my life, I didn't consider the vocation of the terroir. Like in this place, you can produce a good wine, in that place, the bad wine. In my life, I challenge continually, discovering the territory that the people don't consider like place to produce a good wine. In this case, my satisfaction to create very famous wine where the people don't trust it. And now this territory became very, very famous in the world. I can say Montevetrano, I can say Terre di Laura, I can say San Patrignano, I can say Montiano. I renounced at the beginning to work in Tuscany and Piedmont because I was convinced that my country was rich in many other places, especially in the south, central and south of Italy. So this one is my dream. The people consider that Ricardo discovered so many territories that became very famous in the world.
Yeah, so uncharted territories
Yeah.
to create opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a good legacy, and I think maybe you have a small chance of leaving that legacy. Okay, it's a wrap for
Thank
now
you.
with Riccardo Cotarella, and so join us next time, and don't forget to follow us and click below, and that's it. Chin Chin with Italian Wine People, and that until next time. Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay, a chin. Cheers. That's it.
And that's a wrap. For more fascinating stories from the world of wine, go to ItalianWinePodcast.com or find us on SoundCloud, Himalaya, Spotify, or wherever you get your pods. Don't forget to subscribe and like all our channels. Chin chin, and thanks for listening.